in Study Buddy channel. Today I'm going to start the isothermal transformation, that is IT diagram and continuous cooling diagram. So isothermal diagram is what? In isothermal diagram, suppose this is a diagram in which what happen, your substance will cool down at certain temperature, then transformation will occur at the constant temperature, and then again it will cool down. So during this constant temperature your whole transformation will occur. Okay, means your liquid will convert into this solid at this point and then it will cool down. So this is the isothermal transformation, where it is cooled down at constant temperature. And in continuous cooling diagram, what happen, your substance will cool down continuously like this. And during this continuous cooling, your liquid will transform into another structure. So this is the diagram of continuous cooling transformation as well as isothermal diagram. This type of curve is known as isothermal diagram. So here transformation occurs at the constant temperature, then it will cool down, and here constant cooling is there. So during this constant cooling your transformation will occur. Okay, so one by one we will discuss. There are different cooling curve. So cooling curve number 1, this one. Okay, this one first curve. So cooling curve number 1, it shows very slow cooling rate. So this first curve, so this is very slow cooling rate, and it will start at this point and it will end at this point. Okay, and the end of this transformation, here perlite will get, but here transformation occurs at very slow rate. Cooling is very slow, that's why here we will get the coarse perlite, coarse grain perlite. So this transformation process follows the annealing, because cooling will done at the medium of air. So this is called, the cooling will happen in furnace. Okay, that's why this process follows the annealing, and at the end of the transformations coarse and soft perlite will be formed. Now cooling curve number 2. So this is cooling curve number 2. Okay, so it shows very medium cooling rate, and it start from x2 dash and it will finish in x2 dash, x2 prime. It will start at x2 and finish at x2 dash, and this transformation process follows the normalizing, because here it will cool down in the medium of air. First cooling curve in which it will cool down in the furnace, second curve it will cool down in the medium of air. That's why the process or transformation process follows the normalizing, and at the end of the transformations the medium grain perlite will be formed. Now cooling curve number 3, this one. So it shows very slow oil quenched. Oil quench means what? You just quench or cool down your product by inserting or by just place your sample into oil bath. Suppose this is oil bath, so in oil bath just place your sample, so quickly it will solidify. So cooling is very fast in this. Okay, but medium is oil. Okay, so it shows slow oil quenched. Transformation start at x3 point and it will finish at x3 dash point. So this cooling curve number 3. At the end of transformation, medium grain perlite will obtain. Cooling curve number 4. This one, this cooling curve number 4. So cooling curve 4 shows the fast oil quench, and the transformation start at x4 dash and it will finish at transformation will start at x4 point, this one, and it will finish at x4 dash point, this one. Okay, so during this in between transformation will occur, and at the end of transformation very fine perlite will be obtained. Cooling curve number 5, this one, this is cooling curve number 5. So it is known as intermediate cooling, and transformation start at x5 point and it will finish at x5 dash point. And here what happen, at this small zone perlite will form, and after cooling continuously, if it will hit to this Martensite start line, so here Martensite transformation will start, and at this line Martensite will end. So once the cooling curve crosses the ms line, Martensite will start and it will finish at the Martensite finish line. So here Martensite will create it. So at the end of transformation, the fine perlite, here fine perlite as well as Martensite will form. Okay. Now cooling curve number 6. Yes, this is a cooling curve number, sorry, this is cooling curve number 6. So it shows the water quenched and transformation start at x ms line. Here transformation will start. So in this curve what happen, your cooling curve not touch to this nose of C curve. Okay, that's why transformation will not start at this point. Once it is reached to ms line, transformation will start. Okay, so here transformation will occur, and at the end of this reaction or transformations, very hard martensite microstructure will obtain at the room temperature, and the martensite is the very hard microstructure of the steel. Okay, so if the cooling rate is faster than the CCR means what? Critical cooling rate. So if your cooling curve start or cooling curve reach to the nose of this C curve, then it is known as CCR, critical cooling rate. So if the transformation is faster than CCR or it is equal to CCR, you will get the martensite structure. And if the transformation rate is slower than CCR, like this is slower than CCR, then you will get the soft microstructures like a perlite and bainite. Now here what happen, complete martensite will obtain if the cooling rate, as I told you, complete martensite will obtain if the cooling rate is equal or faster than CCR. Okay, this is a CCR. This curve is called CCR. Why it is CCR? Because it is the tangent of C curve. Okay, and it touched to the nose of curve, so it is called a CCR, critical cooling rate. So CCR is the critical cooling rate, and it is the tangent to the nose of TTT curve, and the cooling rate along with this curve is called the critical cooling rate, and the cooling curve number 7 is known as CCR. This is the cooling curve number 7, this one, so it is called CCR. So it is possible to obtain 100% perlite and 100% martensite from this constant cooling curve, but it is not possible to obtain 100% bainite using this constant cooling curve. So if you want to get the 100% bainite, then we follow this curve number 7. So if we want to obtain 100% bainite, then we should follow the isothermal curve, that is nothing but a 7. Why it is isothermal curve? Because here it will cool down, then up to a certain temperature at which bainite will form. At that temperature we hold this specimen or substance at a constant temperature where transformation will occur. So here bainite will produce, then it will cool down to the room temperature. So here bainite will get, and this transformation is called Osh-tempering. So in Osh-tempering transformation we will get the bainite. So cooling curve 7 shows the cooling rate equal to CCR. So to get the bainite, cooling rate follows the CCR and hold the sample at this temperature at which bainite obtained until 100% bainite will obtained, and then it will cool down. Okay, so here we gathered the information how to get the perlite, coarse perlite, fine perlite, martensite, and bainite also. Okay, so only the bainite will get by the isothermal cooling, and other microstructure will get by the constant cooling. Okay, now evolution. Which of the following is the hardest? So obviously I told you the martensite is the hardest structure of microstructure of steel. In annealing, cooling is done in which of the following medium? So answer is D, furnace. So in annealing process, after solutionizing, material is used to furnace cool. Means furnace is switched off and the steel sample inside it let cool down. Okay, so फर्नेस के अंदर क्या करना पड़ता है कि इस कूलिंग में फर्नेस को बंद करके उसमें आपका सैंपल रखो. सो फर्नेस कूल होती जाएगी और आपका सैंपल भी कूल होता जाएगा. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड दी annealing. So in annealing, cooling is done in the furnace. In normalizing, cooling is done in which of the following medium? Answer is A, air. Air is the medium in which your substance will cool down. So that process is known as normalizing. Mild steel can be converted into high carbon steel by which of the following heat treatment process? So that is case hardening. So case hardening is also referred as carburizing. Carburizing increases the carbon content of steel, thus the imparting hardness to steel. Upon annealing, eutectoid steel converts to which of the following? So we will get the perlite in the annealing heat treatment process. Which of the following material in the final structure of steel increases the strength of steel? So martensite, because martensite is the hardest structure of steel. Which of the following has the highest hardness number? Obviously martensite. Which of the following is formed less when the cooling rate is decreased? So if cooling rate is decreased, then we will get this. At the very slow cooling rate, we will get the soft microstructure, that is perlite. So answer is A, perlite. Which of the following phase is obtained as the end product after complete heat treatment cycle in Ausf tempering process? As I told you, in the Ausf tempering process, the substance is cooled down, then hold it at constant temperature, and again it will cool down. So during this constant cooling, bainite will get. So answer is B, bainite. The highest rate of quenching is possible in, obviously, water. So in water, highest quenching is there. So if your substance is placed in the water, then it will directly cool down or rapidly cool down. So martensite will formed. So thank you very much all of you. If you have any doubt, then please ask any question into the comment box of this video. Thank you very much.